guys, this is Mac again on behalf of Strongside Tactical. Really excited about today's video. It's one I've been looking forward to for a while. Today I'm going to be dropping in a CMC trigger into my AR-15 rifle. But first, here's a little background information about CMC triggers. The CMC 3.5 pound single stage trigger group is produced in the great state of Texas. CMC Triggers prides themselves on simple, efficient, and reliable designs. This trigger group is a self-contained drop-in unit with the trigger, hammer, and disconnector all contained into a sleek and exceptional design. This simple design allows installation in only minutes. The CMC trigger has no need for screws that could potentially loosen and lead to failure. It is a non-adjustable trigger with a single stage, effectively coming perfectly tuned from the factory. The result is a reliable, consistent, tactical-grade trigger which delivers speed and accuracy like few others can replicate. CMC backs their triggers fully, offering replacement or refund if the shooter is not completely satisfied. And to get started installing this trigger, I've already prepared my lower receiver by removing the standard GI trigger that came in the rifle. The CMC trigger is going to drop right here into the lower receiver. Before you can drop it in though, you will need to loosen your pistol grip so that you can pull the safety out of the lower receiver in order to drop the trigger in. Anytime I'm working on my rifle, I like to have a good set of roll pin punches to use and a set of Allen wrenches just in case I need them. You will need a flathead screwdriver in order to complete installation of this trigger. You're going to be really amazed by how fast this is. So I've already loosened my pistol grip. I'll go ahead and drop the safety out. Here's the trigger. The unit drops directly into the lower receiver, just so. Then you can replace your safety into the lower receiver. Take special care that when you're putting your pistol grip back on that you don't ding up the spring and that you don't lose your detent pin. And before you tighten down your pistol grip, make sure you have a functional safety once again. Then once you've tightened your pistol grip back up, you'll just need to put these two trigger pins, one a trigger pin and one hammer pin, right into the existing holes in the lower receiver. The hammer pin pushes in quite a bit easier than the trigger pin, but you can still manage this just with finger pressure. And as you can see, just a couple of taps and this trigger is installed. The final thing that you'll have to do, there are 4 C-clips that come with this trigger, and you just pop 2 of those onto each one of these pins for security and you're completely done. And I'm not going to put those on there because I'm actually going to install a set of K&S anti-rotation pins with mine for a little bit of added security. And also, before you fire this, you want to make sure that you put a good moly grease on the 3 contact points, which you can see basically right there where the trigger and the disconnector have been machined. This is a slip 2000 extreme weapons lube, so just make sure that you lube up your trigger before you take it out. You know, it'll make it perform a little bit better and get a little bit smoother trigger pull. And there you have it for the installation of the CMC 3.5 pound single stage trigger. It's a drop-in unit. It's incredibly easy to install. You saw that it took me less than a minute to put that into the rifle. It actually takes longer to unscrew your pistol grip and get the safety put back in than it actually does to put the trigger in. Just make sure that you function check your safety after you get everything back together. Make sure that all your pins and screws are snug, and as a safety note, make sure you never drop a trigger on a lower that's disassembled from the upper, because you can destroy this bolt catch pin here. So just take extra caution not to drop the hammer. But this trigger feels really nice. One of the good positives that I like about this trigger is the wide face. It's a good bit wider than the standard USGI trigger. Not sure if you can see that, but the wide face really feels good in the mat of your finger here. So I'm sure that's going to be good for long-range precision work here with this trigger. So that's it for part 1 of the CMC trigger install. Stay tuned for part 2, which will be coming up, where I'll take this to the range and put it to use, and we'll see what kind of results we get it. Thanks again, guys.